So if you want a good pit crew, try to steal one of the JGR guys. But the one challenge, so Christopher Bell's obviously had a lot of challenges this year, and now they've run into another one because Blake Houston, their front tire changer, had to get some work done on his right hand. And I think that's going to impact, obviously, their rhythm and everything else, but it also impacts a lot of stuff down the line, which Tommy probably knows because now they have to pull guys. And so for them, the 38 car is one that JGR leases crew members to, and it's the first one out. So if somebody gets injured or suspended, that's where they pull guys from. So they had to pull Mike Loria from the 38, and then another guy got pulled up from the Devo squad to be on the 38. So the 38 pit crew,
they're champions, right? They were champions.
Yeah, they
right?
won the pit crew challenge, and my belief is that they've been key to Zane Smith's success this year, and for Ryan Bergenti, who I appreciate what Ryan Bergenti does, because a lot of crew chiefs and engineers will play it safe, but he's always like push, push, push.
Yeah.
And that pit crew gives him that opportunity, because there are a lot of house pit crews that are ranked 20th, and we'll get into that in a second, or lower, but that 38 pit crew at any given point is between 9th and 12th for a crew that's the backup crew for JGR.
Yeah.
So I believe that's allowed Bergenti a lot of opportunities where they can take some risks and some stuff, and has pushed them forward. So JGR is knocking it out of the park. What's impressed me is Hendrick had a slow start with some of the pit crews, but the 9 pit crew has been at the top. So they've been like 1-2 with the 20 crew for most of the year, but some of the other ones have been a little slow start. But the 24 crew over the past 5 or 6 weeks has just bolted up the charts, where they were like 15th-ish a lot of weekends, but recently they're like 5th or 6th pace. So 24 pit crew
Tracked him as most
most
improved.
improved. And I think I talked to Byron at Martinsville about it, and he's like, we have all the right guys, all the right stuff, but it just wasn't clicking, and it looks like they've
Finally
find something
starting
that clicked.
to.
So I think that should provide some runway for Byron to kind of go on a run before the chase. And the crews that I believe need a change is the Penske pit department overall. I think there needs to be some changes there. So we saw it with Ryan Blaney's crew. They pulled Skip Flores off middle of last year. Then they put Landon Honeycutt, who was brand new jackman, on the car to start the year. He had a little bit of a rough time, so they pulled him off after a lot of criticism.
Gosh, I can't keep up with these pit crews. Like, it sounds like they are just like.
Well, that's the thing, and that's the big thing is then a few weeks after that, they swapped the rear changer. So what I said on Dirty Mo Overdrive, as that first change happened, I said that I believe that this will be detrimental to them.
Yeah.
Because
It just throws off their whole mojo.
It's amazing what's going on behind the scenes. Would you ever imagine, Ray? You started with
Again, I did it.
with the 24 car.
24
These tire changes in Jackman are making more money than you did when you were crew chief.
Then I'm making now.
Well, yeah. But you're just on retirement, man. You're just flowing now. But they're making more money than the money you started as a crew chief for that 24 car. Would you ever imagine that?
Yeah, because I didn't get paid much when I started as a 24 car. But, again, we talk about that evolution, right? You're talking about, I started at 1992. So that's 35 years ago, basically. And it's changed, and it's an important part of what's going on now. I mean, everybody'd kind of like to see it be maybe less of a part, but that's just the way the sport's gone. You know, that makes a difference, and the competition's so close. Track position is so important. When I'm going to give you a little bit of the old Ray Evernham there, my theory on changing all those guys and that stuff that much. Sometimes I look at the coach rather than the players, right? Because with a pit stop, you could have 5 of the most unbelievable guys, and one guy has a little bit of a problem, and that sets the tone for the pit stop. And if it's not the same guy over and over again, there were times I probably voiced my opinion in areas that I shouldn't have.
No.
Believe it or not.
No.
Believe it or not. But that was one of the ones that you're like, look, sometimes you need to look at how you're coaching or training that person, or a little bit of psychology about what the problem is. Because how many times have you seen a guy that was great all week long in practice, like fantastic, but could not pit a car with motors running by him or whatever? So and it's an important part of what they're doing for sure.
And look, we are a Penske pit crew team, and we're getting ready to start a new tire chain is